So this one took 5 hours to get done. And I say done because we're only really starting to get the details now, like 9 minutes ago now. Let's take a look at this. So 5 hours ago, by the way, RIP to Alex Delvecchio of the Detroit Red Wings and of Hockey Prosperity's past. But let's go over to Elliot Friedman, because he said 5 hours ago that the New York Rangers are working on sending K'Andre Miller to Carolina. So, one Miller in, it is JT. One Miller out, it is K'Andre. Friedman says, I'm hearing this will be a sign and trade between the Rangers and the Hurricanes. The Miller contract will come in at 8 years, $60 million. And there's a motorcycle outside. I love it when motorcycles come out to the side of my apartment and just blabble about with their super loud exhaust systems. But the Rangers and the Hurricanes are making this deal, and the contract extension, 8 years, $7.5 million a year for K'Andre Miller. This is done because the New York Rangers ended up signing Vladislav Gavrikov, and K'Andre was always going to be on his way out anyway, based off of the rumor mill and based off of every piece of discourse that was tossed out there by NHL insiders and analysts. But now we actually have the details as to what's going down. Frank Saravalli tweets this out. K'Andre Miller is heading over to Carolina with this 8-year, $7.5 million extension, and the Rangers are grabbing Scott Morrow, a first and a second. Now, I know what you're thinking. This explains why they gave the Penguins their 12th overall pick. It's because they intend to tank. But then you also have people saying, hey, this is a great return for the New York Rangers. People that are saying the Rangers won this trade don't know puck. People are going all over the place here. Rangers fans keep saying fire Drury, but he keeps winning. Carolina got absolutely rinsed. I honestly do think that based off of the value of the assets involved, not thinking about the assets on the team, because I think Vladislav Gavrikov and the signing of him is in and of itself an asset that the Rangers got for free in free agency here. I think just based off of the value of these assets, K'Andre Miller for Scott Morrow, a first and a second, I think the Rangers came out like bandits here. Like, no disrespect against Key, but he is a 25-year-old, 6'5", 209-pound left-handed defenseman. As we had said, $7.5 million a season. Former first-round pick back in 2018, and he has been fine. Had better seasons in the past. His 22-23 campaign was really good, but I think between the consistency and the lack of production this previous season, I think a lot of Rangers fans were ready to sort of move on from what K'Andre Miller was providing, especially, I have to keep on stressing, especially with Vladislav Gavrikov in the mix. Now, if you head over to Scott Morrow, this is a much different type of a player. He's 22, right-handed defenseman, 6'2", former second-round pick by the Carolina Hurricanes, but this is a guy who was such a beast with UMass in the NCAA and who torched the Chicago Wolves in his rookie season this previous year that I think there's a really good ceiling for Scott Morrow that debatably might not even be attainable by K'Andre Miller. Now, I know Miller has played in the NHL for a number of years. He has a 40-point season under his belt, but Scott Morrow, I think, can also get up there and maybe even reach higher highs. He is a right-handed guy. He is mobile. He also is kind of big. There's a lot to like out of Scott Morrow. Add on to that a first and a second, and the New York Rangers are getting some pretty strong value in this trade. I don't know, man. I get it. K'Andre Miller, he's technically a $7.5 million defenseman now, which honestly, I don't even know if I'd say he's that. I think that this is just a really big contract for a guy that the Carolina Hurricanes are just willing to commit 8 years to. I just don't really see K'Andre being that valuable. $7.5 million a year valuable? I mean, let's head over onto the player dashboard on Puckpedia, and we will look for 2025-2026 contracts and evaluate guys that are making a certain amount of money. let's go out there and see this. Okay, contract details, 25-26, and then we will look at player status, player bio details. There we go. We'll go to just defensemen, and we'll take a look at this. So defensemen are going for a crazy rate this time of year on the free agent market. All these guys, they had just signed recently in the prior few years, so that's not the same. But Evan Bouchard, okay, $10.5 million, he had signed recently. You have Noah Dobson, he got the same contract as Darnell Nurse, $9.5 million. Cale Makar at $9 million, that guy's going to get paid when his contract expires. Mikhail Sergachev, Brock Faber recently got paid, okay, $8.5 million. Where else he got? Okay, Victor Hedman, his contract, $8 million. Quinn Hughes, 7.8 is really good. Keandre Miller, here you go. So, Keandre Miller got more money than Shea Theodore, Noah Hannafin, Devon Taves. Like, I'm sorry, but I do think Keandre is not as good as a good bunch of these guys. Vladislav Gavrikov, also $7 million a year. I think that Vladislav Gavrikov provides a lot of what Keandre Miller provides, and maybe even a little bit more snarl and defensive responsibility. And he got 7. So Keandre, I mean, he is younger, so that's partially why. He's 25, right? So you would expect him to age into the contract a little bit better than Gavrikov, who is 29 right now. But I do think that with the Rangers getting Gavrikov, with Keandre heading over to the Carolina Hurricanes, with the Hurricanes letting go of Brent Burns, with a whole bunch of other names just kind of rotating around there, this trade makes sense from a perspective of the Hurricanes wanting to get bigger, wanting to get more difficult to play against in the now. But they did pay a price. First-round pick, second-round pick, Scott Morrow. This is why the New York Rangers are really taking their time with these moves. They took a long freaking time. It was announced 5 hours ago that Keandre Miller was getting sent over to Carolina, and now we have ourselves the return. So with all that in mind, I want you to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Is there anything else that we can talk about here? Bob McKenzie, he's retiring. Okay, great. For reference, Keandre Miller will earn an average of $1.1 million more per season over the life of his deal for the Hurricanes than Jacob Slavin. Both deals kick in next season. Of course, Slavin is older, and the deal was signed 1 year ago on the first day eligible for an extension. So that makes things interesting as well. Is Keandre Miller better than Slavin? Absolutely not. Just a horrific deal. Hurricanes begin their downfall. A lot of people going out there and really crapping on this contract. Oh, hey, Ray Liotta, what's going on there, my friend? But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below either way. Do you like this contract? I don't. I don't think it's good at all, but I can understand why the Hurricanes did it. It's a win now, desperation type of move. What are your opinions about Keandre Miller getting sent over to the Carolina Hurricanes? I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.